Alright, so now you guys know how to use the touch LED, what we're going to do is we're going to create a timer so that when you're doing the FXIQ competition, you can have it warn you about what time you're at and give you a 10-second warning and stuff like that. So let's get started. So you know the drill, get things set up. By now you guys know what to do. So we got it set up. So what I'm going to teach you is how to use the timers. Inside of the robot, there are 4 timers that we can use. So we have to be sure that whichever one we're using now isn't a different one. So what we first have to do is reset it, because we don't know where it was at last. So you use a command called clear timer. Then parentheses, we have to tell it which one. Our options are capital T1, 2, 3, or 4. So we'll just go with T1 for now. So then this will reset it. But then we need to read it. The command for that is time 1, then T1. And this will tell us what time in milliseconds T1 is currently at. So we use this to see, okay, if we're at 30 seconds, we'll put up yellow or something like that. And, 10 seconds left, we'll put up yellow again or whatever. But we need to have this run the full time. So if this was part of your driver control code, you'd have this while true loop probably that you would have your code in. So that way it's always running. So this would go in with your normal driving code. So what we'll do is if time 1 T1 is greater than some number. So for now, we'll keep it simple. We'll go with like 3 seconds. So that's like 3,000. So if that's the case, we will set right now we're just doing a little test. Set touch LED color. We'll go touch LED, and then whatever color you want. This is just kind of a test. So I'm going to go with red. And so now if it's after 3 seconds, we should see it turn to red. So let's download this and try it, just to make sure we have everything going right. So download robot. You can do this with a real robot or a virtual world. Both work just as well. Any robot will do, anywhere will do. I'm using this one for now. Let's hit play, we see it's off. And then there, it turned to red. After about 3 seconds, it turned to red. So we know that our code works. We have it so that, if time is greater than 3 seconds, turn on. But what if we want to set the endpoint for it? Like, we want it to only come on between, if you're doing the switching, it'll be like between the 35-second and the 25-second mark. So what we'll do is we'll make a compound statement. So these 2 AND signs is just kind of what you'd say. It'd be like AND. So we'd speak it if time T1 is greater than 3 seconds and time 1 T1 is less than, we'll say, 5 seconds. So if it's greater than 3 seconds and less than 5, it'll turn on to red. However, we need a case, because let's say let's have it be green. If it's not going to be red, we're going to have it green. So we'll create an else along with this if statement. So if this right here is true, we'll set it to red. Otherwise, we will set it to, I don't know, how about green? That's the opposite of red, right? So if it's between 3 and 5 seconds, it'll be red. Otherwise, it'll be green. So let's download this and try it. Let's see if it works. So now if we hit play, it's green, red, green. So now what we'll do is we'll use this sort of a format to set up our thing, all of our switches. So let's say if between 25 seconds into the match, so we go 25 seconds, and 35 seconds, we want it to be yellow, which is a combination of green and red makes yellow. You can use a color wheel to figure that out, or just having a combination of red and green gives you yellow. And But then, let's say we wanted a 10-second countdown as well. So what we'll do is we'll create an else if. So it'll only check this if statement if this one was false. So if time, let's go time 1, t1 is greater than, let's do 10 seconds. Let's do a 10-second countdown. So after 50 seconds and before 60 seconds, we will set it to, well, yellow. Actually, no, let's go blue, we'll say. So go 255 for blue and set 0 to red. So now we have it. If we're between 25 and 35 seconds into the match, it'll be yellow. If we're between 50 and 60 seconds into the match, it'll be blue. And otherwise, it'll be green. However, since it's going to take a whole minute to test this, we'll just take 1 0 off. So it'll be 2.5 and 3.5 seconds and 5 and 6 seconds rather than 60 seconds. That will be easier for the sake of this video. So we hit run, we have it green. Let's switch to yellow for a bit, back to green. Then it went to blue to give us our countdown warning, and then we're back to green again. So you can use this setup, and if you want to give yourself some other special times for colors and stuff, just keep adding them in. It'll work best if you give them a start and a stop time, and then just have this default color at the end. And if you want to simplify it, you can wrap this all up in a function. So we can go up here and go void. We'll call it set color time or something like that. You can come up with whatever name you want to call it, or how about countdown? Countdown. Yeah. Countdown. Alright, and then we'll just copy all of this. We'll put it right there. And so in our function, we just have to go count down. And then we can download it. So this way in your main program, it's much easier to understand. Okay, we're doing the countdown part, and it does this. So we'll just download it, run one more time to make sure it didn't break doing this. Hit start. Run, green, yellow, green, blue, and it's over. Alright, thank you for watching.